Second half. Okay, I'll take first 1.5 hour, next 1.5 hour we'll try with your presentation, right? Is that okay, or you want to start with your presentation? I'm asking you two choice. My presentation or your presentation? Okay. No, but through your presentation also I need to teach you, no? How you done that KRA. Okay, let's see last 1 hour. Huh? Last 1 hour, we'll try with 1 or 2 presentation. How you understood or how you done it. Okay. Otherwise, where are we? Should we start? Okay. Now the topic today is what is PMS? Management system. All of you go through. All of you have been assessed, or you are assessing. Either role you are doing it, right? And what is your experience? Good, bad? I asked you, perform PMS, performance management system, and all of you have been going through it. All of you got 7 to 10 years experience, right? More than that. So all of you gone through it. Okay. As an assessor, as an assessee, both way. What is your experience?
So we are not able to hear you.
Okay, good. You told me. Am I audible now? Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, okay, good. If I'm not audible, please tell me. Thank you very much. Okay, I have been asking this question. Today the topic is going to be PMS. I already uploaded 2. One, the PMS whole PPT. The second, I already uploaded one PMS document which I done actually for a company. That is the next one, which I'll show you, the template and things like that. Now to start with, what is your experience about PMS? Okay. Just like a mirror. Okay. He said just like a mirror reflecting upon their performance and the suggestion to be improved. Okay, one. What else? Online student, any comments on PMS? I want to know from overall at the macro level. Do you think it makes any sense? Or a routine exercise? It makes sense. It makes a sense from which point of view? From employee point of view or from organization point of view? For both. So all of you are more happy? Are okay? Okay. So far you said it's useful, meaningful. That's what I written the word best practice to achieve given objective. What does it mean? Best practice is one of the best practice of management. Achieving twin objective means, yeah, basically, see, it's not only target achievement. Come, please. As I told in my class, just enter. Don't waste time. Okay, wait. Online student, I hope I'm audible to you, right?
Yes, sir. Perfectly audible.
Okay, now, when I said PMS, we have to achieve that. What is, okay, then what next is, what is performance?
How well you perform in your job?
Perfect values, employee performance. Okay, online student, somebody was trying to say something. See, what we are going to learn today, the objective of this session is, come on guys, settle. If you want few minutes, I'll give, but you have to settle down. Okay, can we start? The learning today's class should be, what is the nuances? What is the process? What is the technology? What is the template? What is the model of PMS? That's one learning. Okay, the second learning, how it can be a meaningful, dumb and fun exercise to make employees satisfied, go through the exercise meaningfully, happily, and to achieve the organizational profitability, productivity, sustainability, growth. So we have to learn this thing. Otherwise, a lot of practices that we know theoretically, and corporate guys also know. But how it really implemented and got the result. What the result? The result is 2. Employees should go through at the end of the day. It's a fun. Oh, I'm looking forward. I want to go to the office on Monday. Not like that. Why the hell this Monday has come, right? If that feeling is there, so PMS coming, I should feel charged. Oh, it's coming. PMS is coming. Okay, 1. To the PMS should also give employee not only monetary, Employees are not happy only because of monetary. I'll tell you, today's world, when you guys must be experienced or still more experienced, monetary is not going to be one issue. Maybe one of the major issue, but most of the issues are non-monetary. You'll change the jobs primarily, quite often, because of non-monetary. Meaning by role clarity is not there. Your boss doesn't know what to be expected from you. You don't know what the hell the boss is expecting from you, right? The thinking, perceptions. Am I right or wrong? So this is going to be a tension for you. And that's, I heard, I don't know whether I told you, 3 levels, the attrition is too high today. When my MBA students go and take up a job, in 6 months time, they are not happy, the employer not happy. They say, the students say, oh, they thought they'll promise me this job, that job. They are not giving. The interviewer will say, I've seen a lot of spark in that guy in the campus, not doing very well. So both of them are not happy. When we take a lateral level appointment, in most of the corporate, wherever we try to recruit people at the lateral level, I mean, general manager, supply chain or finance, accounts, HR, 50% is failure. They go and bring that guy, even headhunting. You know, this guy is good, please bring him. Even headhunting guy also not happy, the employer is not happy. Second. Third, you know, all the companies are today global. No company is Indian. There's no need to talk about global. It's primarily global. Meaning by a lot of expatriate involved, right? Expatriate failure is more than 50%. What does it mean? All these 3 means the non-monetary practices like role clarity, meaningful job, achievable job, the boss understand the issues are not clear. So the PMS, can it address these 2 issues? One issue is that the employee should go through fun, look forward it. The objectives of PMS should be clear, not only to torture you or to prove you guys failed it, you not achieved it. If you do that, then it is not PMS. Otherwise, it can be a beautiful exercise. I believe strongly. I strongly personally believe it can be one of the best. In other words, it can be the only one exercise which can take care of all the management. What do you want at the end of the day in management? What do you want? You want profitability, sustainability, growth. This has to be achieved through only you. I mean, it cannot be achieved only through software or a production or a plant or the sophisticated plant and all. That one side. This side is all these targets what we think. It has to be achieved only through you. So now if I don't know to put the people first and making the people to enjoy, people get involved in that process. That is what we have to learn from this. Okay. Now that is the background. So twin objective means it has to be the employee has to be made happy, satisfied, engaged, looking for the exercise. Not that running away from the exercise. Or after the exercise, you are feeling failure. What these guys have done some formality. They gave me some increment. That's it. If that is what going to work, then it cannot be an effective exercise. Okay, that is the background. Now the whole class learning at the end, you should know how it can be a meaningful exercise, not a routine, one of the exercise. The HR guys and the top management do it, tick the form and do all those things. Finally, you are unhappy, they are unhappy. If that is going to be done, then we are not learning PMS. Okay, that is the background of this lecture today. Second thing is to start with. I was hearing sometime what Captain was talking. What do you mean by performance? Performance management is, you said performance. The whole problem starts in ABCD itself. What do you mean by performance? Online students, you are getting. Yeah, what do you mean by performance? Okay. Okay. Where is the pen? The performance, where does it start? We make a mistake by starting performance from you. Individual. The biggest mistake is you start performance here individual. That is why the whole mistake comes. Performance doesn't start from you. I was hearing what Captain was talking about, cascading. Performance is somewhere here. What you are trying to do is go from here to here. The output, cascading effect, what Captain was talking about. According to me, more on the, what you call it, your productivity, profitability, sustainability, market expansion, new product, new development. All those things are performance. Or whatever budgeted goal, achieve it. Whatever corporate goal, achieve it. That is performance. So it starts from here. So which means the performance starts from It has to come from here, then it should go to here. The starting point itself, we start giving you some sort of theoretical, not very well diagnostically fixed performance at you. This is possible once, number one, you are aware, you should be clear about what is performance. Performance is profitability, productivity, sustainability, growth, market expansion, competitors handling, consumer satisfaction, customer delight, right? These all will be applicable to any industry. So we'll start from there. Then, like what Captain said, cascade it down to individual. Then it comes to you. Then from here you pick a KRA, KP, whatever you did. If you approach this one, obviously you started with a good start. In my understanding, most of the industry, they don't have this background. They know, of course, but they straight away start with give some sort of format. At the end of the year, you fill something, and they will also do tick, 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 and all. So it doesn't scientifically, professionally, conceptually solve the objective which PMO should achieve. Are we at par? Do you agree with me or not? This is a whole issue. Like any other issue, if you know the gap, where is the deficiency, then you can improve. First, you should know what does it mean by PMS? What does it mean by performance? Where are we today? In case we are in a much better situation, it's okay. According to me, this is the whole problem is here. Like they say now, guy who off-learned, you tried to cross the river halfway. You should be very clear about ABCD. ABCD is what all of us are here for, performance. And you don't know what does it mean by that. If you are clear about it, then break down to individual. From individual, it goes to that. Then the performance can be achieved. If you do that one, it can be done. Okay. Now that is second concept. The third concept is how this concept has come from. Evolution, perspectives. Where does it come from? Where does it come from? Where is it today? Where it should go tomorrow? The second concept. See, in the past, they used to call it performance appraisal. Now we call it performance management. Okay. What do you mean by appraisal? What do you mean by management? Online student, please let me know in case you are not, if I'm not audible. I hope I'm audible, right?
You're audible, sir. Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. Now the second concept is, I hope you're clear. As I have been telling you in my class, at the end of the class, you must have the learning objective clear. You must have the terminology clear. You must have the conceptual model clear. Now we understood where performance has to start. Now I'm trying to say, where does it evaluation has come? Where are we today? Where we should reach tomorrow? Okay. If that is the case, now what is appraisal? What is management? The question could be appraisal and management. What is performance appraisal? What is management? What is the difference between the two? Tell me. Little more voice. Okay. Well, that's the whole process you are talking about. Performance process. Year. Okay. Okay, good, madam. Very good. New definitions he has given. Good. New perspective. Okay, what else? Consolidated performance indicators already done. Appraisal. That's what you're trying to say, right? Okay. Okay. Good attempt. What you said is consolidated appraising of the activities done, which was mutually to large extent by a large agreed. According to you, appraisal is a short one. Management is a long-term, cumulative one, right? Have I understood correctly? Cumulative entire one. It's a short term on bits and pieces. Management is different. Okay. Anybody else online? Do you like to add? I'll make it simple for you. Appraisal is what? Appraising. Appraising means you don't have any role. I'm appraiser. You are appraisee, I'm the big boss. You can write down. Appraisal means control oriented. I'm the boss. I appraise you. Now I don't take any of your input. Are you getting my point? This is where it started. You are an appraisee. I am Mr. Noal. I appraise you. You don't have anything to say. It's control oriented. It's Mr. Noal. I will assess and conclude. What I think, what you done, that is appraisal. Are we clear? It's a narrow, short-term, control-oriented, negative approach, not taking employee into account. Are you agreeable to this agreement, this definition? Or anybody like to reflect on this? Appraising, I appraise you without any input from you, thinking that I know better, you worked under me, I'm the boss. At the end of the year, I concluded your appraisal and did it and send it. So control-oriented, appraiser's role, no appraisee role. Finally, there's one very good word, post-mortem exercise. Right? You agree with me, no? Post-mortem means I've done it. Forget it. What you have done. Now nothing. By doing that, how will I improve it to my performance? Well, let's talk about only this definition. If I do appraisal, how it is going to improve to my performance? Will it improve? If I do appraisal, one-sided, post-mortem, at the end of the year, I put a comment and close the file and give you some increment or no increment. I'll put you in PIP, performance improvement plan, whatever. Okay. Will it improve the performance? It cannot improve performance. Number one. Will the employee be happy? Cannot be happy, right? So the appraisal system cannot be relevant. It will be nothing. It's not contributing to employee satisfaction, or it is contributing. Okay, even I don't mind employee is not happy. Does it contribute to performance? For which all of us are here. Performance. So this is what performance appraisal started. Now, where is that originality started? It started in the past when the army or government, they started a system called CR. What is CR? It's not change because that's under quality. Confidential report. Confidential report is nothing but at the end of the year, the senior IAS officer or senior section officer or a minister will make a note about that guy. Is done well, done this thing. The file goes, and that appraisee doesn't even know how he has been appraised. This was a starting in the government. Even today, to a large extent, government goes like that. And the implication to the employee, especially the IAS and class 1 officer, because of the CR, his whole life goes for a task. I don't know how the many IAS guys are not committing suicide. I'm really wondering. Because of this kind of wretched thing, somebody puts you 1 or 2 wrong CR. At least in corporate, we react, we are unhappy, we change the job, we do something like that, right? We do it at the end of the day. But in IAS guy, some 30% of the guys are victimized by writing a CR. And to punch that CR, it will take for him 3-4 years. Or he will not get better post. Because once somebody did it, bureaucracy will go by that file. So the performance appraisal started with the concept called CR. Okay, it started everywhere. That is what performance appraisal and CR. Now when the people realized it, it really doesn't take care of the performance for which we are here, number one. 2, performance is really important. If anything can help the performance and the employee satisfaction, or even leave employee satisfaction performance through other method, then we don't need any other management. Agree with me or not? At the end of the day, we are doing supply chain, we are doing marketing, HR, production planning, market expansion. For what? My productivity, my sustainability, my competition handling it. For that only I'm doing it. Nah? If anything else can do it, why not? But we all believe, we know, logically it is right. It can be done through this one to a law. I strongly believe. Any setup, if the system can be understood scientifically, professionally, in a very, what you call the, in a thorough holistic manner, it can really help. So the performance appraisal as CR has failed. Then people started moving slightly into the next concept called performance management system. Now, since I told you performance appraisal, now what do you mean by performance management system? Appraisal that we already discussed. Okay, I hope you take, this is the performance meaning by which I've already talked to you. Now, what is appraisal? And what is performance management? Okay. Okay. Okay, great. Anybody else? It's a continuous management. Okay, done. What did we talk about appraisal? Control oriented, development oriented. Negative, positive. No involvement from beginning and full involvement. You can make a note of it. If you appraisal and management. Let's learn in a very practical manner. Appraisal, we said controller, one-sided, negative, postmortem. Management is positive, involvement with multiple perspectives, development oriented. Okay. Now, when I say so, how? If you talk really about performance management, we have to start with what is performance management? Planning the performance. It starts with planning the performance mutually. First condition. When you talk about performance management, the first point could be planning the performance mutually in a development oriented owner. Meaning by you are my marketing manager, I'm your director marketing. The year is going to start April 24 to 23, right? Now normally most of the assessment period will be like a financial year, April to March. So now it's already March. Suppose he is the marketing manager or marketing head, I'm the director. We'll sit together, both of us. What is going to be the plan for next year? This year you've given me 500 crores sales turnover. I wanted to give you 1,000 crores. He says, no, sir, it's not possible. I will give you 700. Both of us mutually agree for 800. So we are planning the performance to be done by him mutually in a development oriented done by us, which is done in March right now. Okay. So we already done that sales turnover. Then second we say, okay, you've been selling in 10 markets. I wanted to cover up another 7 markets. He says, no, it cannot be. I can cover you only 4, 3. Then again we settle. Okay, not 7, not 4, whatever 3 or 1 or 2. Mutually again we settle. You will take the sales turnover from here to here. You will increase the new market to here, or you will increase the market share to here, or you will reduce the competition to this level, or you will increase the brand image to this level, or increase the customer happiness to this level. So these 7, 8 points we have discussed. We have discussed mutually. Right now in March, to be planned. This performance is planned mutually to be done by him from April till March. This is the first point of performance. So performance management starts with mutual performance planning. Are we starting correctly or not? When we do this thing, so he's into it. He's into it for why? He's committing to the target. He knows that he has been involved. So his willingness to accept, imbibe that direction, goal is more. So the first starting point is very well taken. Okay, number 1. What is next? You decided, we sealed it. We sealed the mutually achievable targets based on maybe your balance scorecard, financially, marketing, KRA, everything we've taken care of in fixing that MBA. Okay, the planning. First is sealed. What is next? So the starting it psychologically, positive, believing, development oriented, respecting. There is no postmortem, all well planned in advance. First point. What is next in PMS? Is it enough? I'll go back till end of the year. And then, yeah. Now this next is the first point is successful PMS system should have been. Now the starting point should be like this, number 1. 2 is that at least quarterly or a monthly feedback discussion. I will not even say review, the words like review and all. The moment you use the word like review, control, it really tears you apart. It's a feedback session. Respecting each other. Are you going through it correctly? Do you want any support? Do you want any help? Or you want training? Or you want new software? Or you want any extra people to achieve it? Or some external situation has come which he's trying to tell me, so this target has to be reduced, this can be still increased. So if it is mutually done, then it's called feedback has to be taken effectively. If not monthly, at least quarterly. That is second. What is third? What is third? Yeah.
Uh,
Third, yeah, please go on. Somebody was saying something.
could it be like doing course correction if you are not in right directions?
Correct, correct. Third point is with all those second points, still the course correction, if you're not in the right direction, still you have not understood, or you need some training, or your competencies are really not meeting that role. You know, sometimes people are too good in market research. Okay, but too bad in handling a distributor or a vendor. So this guy could be a very well written MBA guy from Harvard or IIM Ahmedabad. Can write very good market research thesis, customer delight, market segmentation, all those kind of things. But going and handling that guy will be difficult for him. Or maybe that guy put him to put all the collection of paper, report for review, it may be difficult. So maybe you have to see that in 2-3 months, no, whatever we thought, this you should have done it initially, but still it can go wrong. So 3-4 months you see, no, this guy needs some course correction. Maybe he has to be changed, or somebody has to be brought in, or he has to be given some training, or he has to be given some other assistant to do it. So all those course correction you do it. See, in all the step, number 1, number 2, number 3, what is your approach? You are keen on him to achieve. You are not here to watch him to review or control him, or to say that you are going to fail, I'm here to control. This has been the most practice in most of the industry, because they don't have that kind of very holistic, inclusive kind of leadership quality. If you have an inclusive leadership quality, you will get into that. If you get into that, it will be fun, vibrancy everywhere. I mean, you don't have to be very strict that you are there, I am there, power distance, all those things, nonsense utterly. You do your sense and mind in doing this kind of thing. The 3 things is done. Now, what is 4th? We mutually plan. Performance management means planning the performance mutually well in advance in a smart manner. Smart, all of you know? No, all of you. Specific, achievable, realistic, time out. In a smart manner, in a quantity, quality, time, cost manner, in a balanced scorecard manner. That is where all your theory helps you. When I am sitting in front of him, I, as a best practice exerciser, I must use while setting that one functional target by using the methodology. Or what is the methodology? Either SMART or quantity, quality, cost, or I use the balanced scorecard method. Using that method, I do it. So then you are second, you are seeing the feedback. Third, you are giving training and correction. Okay, third. What is 4th? Are we going correctly now? What is next? Huh? Review to happening, you know. Every 3rd month you are happening. First I said, if not monthly, at least quarterly division. And you are correcting the target and everything by mid-year itself. Correcting the target or correcting the person or supporting the person, everything is done. Okay, now the year end is happening. Actual. Now at the year, no, 4th is almost you are reaching the year end. Okay, when you're reaching the year end, your process of managing the performance will start. First, you started the planning the performance. Right? Now we will have the process of reviewing the performance. There are 2 different things. Just understand, go through it. Your concept will be very clear. Most of the corporate guys, academicians, both of them, I don't know where the hell they are living in. They talk everything, the basic thing they mess up. Am I right or wrong? Performance management, planning the performance, reviewing the performance. Everything very humanistic. Nothing like controlling, threatening, creating a big kind of thing. So now how will you start the review of performance? You already done the planning, or do you agree with me? This process is going to make you happy or not? Will it make you happy or not? Will you not look for it? You look for it, right? Like, I mean, if it is unknown, then okay, everybody has to play politics and groupism. I have to also go through the hell the last minute here and there, right? Some increment, right? That we will survival of the job, so we will do everything. But you will not be happily doing, right? This process probably you will happily do it. If somebody is not happily doing it, then probably there is some competence issue with that person. Then you deal that person differently. His competency is not there because the job fitment is not correct, or the person doesn't want to work at all. Job fitment, still you can do it. If the person doesn't want to work, negligence, we cannot do anything. I mean, there's no way we can do it. But job fitment, the role fitment is not there, we can do something about it. So now, where do you start your process of management? How do you start? Say, for example, last now March we started, we gone through next year, mid and last, we come to the level of say February or March 2024. There your review of the performance done with reference to mutually agreed KRA KPA in March 23. Regarding the starting point itself, performance review has to take place only with reference to mutually agreed and concluded KRA KPA document in March 23. You don't have a say up that minute coming, I'm Bhaskar and I know the world, I'll assess you from many young. No. 70-80% performance review will be done only to the tune of this one. What has been documented in March 23 or reviewed in maybe June, July and all. That has to be starting point. Right? Number one. Now, how do you start the process? Okay. 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 Now we are coming to C chapter. Now, one more thing before we starting the review of performance management, what all performance domain will take care of? One is that functional one which I talked at length, mutually agreeable KRA, KPI, or whatever you call it. Okay. Now, there could be other two more domains. One is predominant because job, task achievement is predominant, which is number one. How you are contributing to my production, profitability, growth from balance score point of view, all those things, what from here to come, from to that takes care of 60 to 70%. What is next one? Behavior and manager leadership. I'm also supposed to assess you. In the past, it used to be 70% or 80%. Not this one. They'll say quantity of work, quality of work, attendance, reliability, dependability, punctuality. This all comes under here. So in the past, they normally concentrated only here, 70-80% in the appraisal system. Whereas here in our domain, this should be, what should be the percentage? Tell me now. Out of three, one is the functional task achievement based on mutual. Second thing is behavioral one. Obviously, that's also matter your interpersonal relationship, your ability to adapt to change management, your ability to understand the organization's vision, mission. Organization talking about high-end customer quality or high-end innovation. You talk about what nonsense the organization. That means you are not buying the organization's vision, mission, and all those things. So those all comes under your behavior, your interpersonal, your buying up vision, mission, your ability to handle your juniors, your ability to adapt to the change management which takes place, your ability to take care of training your own people. All those things comes under here, right? So this is second domain. The third is potential assessment. What is potential? All of you are same, right? But only few of you make it to the role of CEO and chairman and everybody, right? So this I have to see at every stage. Whether that's a very difficult job today, I'll tell you. Most of the chairmen, including Reliance or anybody else, the big bosses, they spend the time in identifying where is the talent. In many associations like PhD house, FICCI house, wherever these guys are come for meeting, one of the objectives these owners they come is to look for where the talent is. If the talent is there, how can I go about headhunt and bring that guy to my own? Because today, by and large, people started understanding I need talent. I need leaders. I need somebody who can take it strategically, operationally, collaboratively from all men. So whatever I have software, whatever technology, industry, infrastructure, that's all okay. One source of core competency. But this guy, leader, his competency, his abilities, which is a VRIO. What is VRIO? Last time we discussed that. What is VRIO? Valuable, resourceful, unimitable, all those kinds. So this becomes a key one. So in that process, in my company, out of one batch, 100 people, there could be 3-4 guys with a lot of spark for potential to be a leader. Can I miss that opportunity? If I miss that, he will go and join somewhere else, right? The guy who's got a potential to leader, if I have not identified, if I have not taken care of him, I will lose one and he'll go and join on my competitors. So both ways will lose. So your performance domain should take care of all the three, by and large. What should be the weightage? What should be the weightage out of 100%? First one should be what? 50. Okay, second one? 30, 80. Third one? 20. Okay. All of you agree? 50, 30, 20? Agreed? Come on. Hey, nothing wrong in that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will go with 60. At least minimum I'll go with 60. That's the core. Then whatever you do it, 15, 15 or 20, 20, I'm okay with it. But this, I'll go to 60 or even to 70. That is my bread and butter, right? That is my bread and butter. So preferably, so now you know the PMS domain also. I hope guys we are clear. Right now what we started, what is performance management? What is performance? What is the performance has to start from cascading down, not start from individual. The objective should be very clear. Employee should be made happy, fun and go to go through the exercise. What is appraisal? What is the pitfall in that appraisal? What is the gap in the appraisal? Which you should not get into the trap again. If you know, if you are aware of it, then you will get into PMS. The difference between performance and appraisal. So there could be 7, 8 questions can come here. Define performance. Differentiate between appraisal and management system. Define the pitfalls in the appraisal system. What is mutually plannable KRA, KFA? No, these are the kind of learning goals you should be clear as of now. Okay. Now, what are the domains? This could be the 3 domains. Okay. Now, when we started when we talked about PMS system, the fourth, how many points we covered? 4, 5 points, right? Right. Now, the next point, which already we touched it, what is the PMS process? Or how we are going to start the PMS process? The first process is setting the mutually agreeable KRA, KPA, the first process. Okay. The second process is what? Feedback. The third process is what? Making a correct course correction and all those kind of things. Fourth process is that be clear in starting the review meeting, review of the process. The fifth one, in that you should know what all to be reviewed and what weightage to be given. So that you should be very clear about PMS domain, performance, more on the task and functional one, all those kind of. No, this 6, 7. Then what is next? What will I do? So far we come through. Indirectly, we also touch your PMS process, right? Now, what is next? Like she said, the first point is you are going to submit a self-appraisal. Write down section A. I'm going to give you a format which actually I done for a company here in Delhi, in Bangalore, as a director. I'm giving you a complete manual on how did I set up the goals, how did I set up the formats, how did I get the weightage. I'll show you the next. Provided you people go through it and use it, okay? Don't file it somewhere else and you cannot look for tomorrow. Right? Okay. Now, section A. Section is going to be what? There has to be some format template, right? The format template, how many questions should be there? Section A, by self-appraisal by you. You are an appraisee. Okay. He is an appraiser, I am a reviewer. Okay. Self-section A, as an appraisee, you are going to submit your self-appraisal report. What should be there in the self-appraisal report? Yeah. Okay. What else? Again, very systematic, go scientific. You already done a lot of homework, right? The self-appraisal should not have more than 4 questions. The fifth one is anything. First one is, please, he is an appraisee. Please comment on your contribution in reference to the mutually specified document there. You give what you succeeded 100%, you achieved 70%, you achieved 60% with reference to that one. That should be your self-appraisal. So everywhere the fit. We are not allowing you to go here under common sense. The more we get into common sense, nothing is achieved, right? The first question on the self-appraisal section here is, please give your rating, your own comments on what you achieved with reference to that mutually agreed KRA KPI, which is finalized that one. That should be the single most question. We should carry 60 mark up, 60% up in your self-appraisal. Okay. What should be the second one? What should be the second one? Second one could be any other contribution you think you made, which was not planned. During that evaluation period, some new changes happen or the company needed some new kind of things which you contributed. You can say any other contribution made other than the mutually agreed KRA KP. Could be 2. What could be the third question? As a consultant, you have to design a format, yeah? Though I have designed it, I'll give you that report also. Now, maybe you can, now the third question could be that what are the problems and issues, challenges you faced, either in role clarity or your boss or anything. Okay, third. Fourth could be any company. Is it inclusive or not inclusive? Not having anything more than that. What is your contribution with KRA KPA? What is your other contribution which you never thought about it? Second. Third, any other issues or challenges or infrastructure which has not made you to perform better or you could have done better. Fourth is, what is that kind of training needs or a salary, whatever you want. That should be your self-appraisal. Periodic? Yeah, that all can be covered. He can quote it in the self-appraisal, right? Since you are having that very periodic feedback, when you are writing comments, yes. Like for example, I have to give a self-appraisal in April. I can say, yeah, I taught more than 100 hours in 1 year to 1,000 students. Does it make sense or not? I taught 100 hours in 1 year to 1,000 students of 10 years experience. Does it make sense or not? I handled 6 PhD students. 3 PhD got award. Second contribution. I've also been examiner for PhD student from Singapore, Malaysia, and 3 more universities. I've been a judge and panel for the other unit. So your performance talks like that. Then there is nobody's your boss. You are the boss. That is how you have to be. And all these things which I know to my competency, I went to the, which may not be relevant to these people. I went to the High Court. I won 10 cases. That may not be relevant to this institute. Maybe it's relevant to my CEO. So now you come back to that one. Self-appraisal is signed and closed. That is called section A, self-appraisal by appraisee. The person who is filling it is called appraisee. What is next? What would be section B? Sorry? Yeah, what she talks, the technical word is appraisal by the appraiser. Section B will be appraisal by the appraiser. Suppose he is a general manager marketing, probably report to the vice president or the president marketing. That guy will be the appraiser. Now he has to also have a format. He will have a section B. Section B, how many questions he will have? Not more than 2 or 3. Because the more you give him, that guy write will all nonsense. He should not be given any more chance. Number 1, please comment, agree, not agree with her, him, achievement of mutually achieved 1. Yes or no? 2, any other contribution, any other potentiality you've seen in that person, right? That's it. Third, any suggestions, recommendation for a training, for a, for some other career development opportunities. Third, that's it, you get lost. Then he will have a different role to play, right? Not like a Mr. Boss. It has come to me, I'm the big boss, I'm sitting in. You have a holistic role, man, not that autocratic role. So if you do all those things, what if I have to do a PhD, you will do what are the factors which can make PMS an effective tool to performance 1. These are the tools, these are the variables. Which many companies, I don't know why they are not able to understand in letter and spirit. They do only formality sake. Knowingly, unknowingly. So this guy does it only B. Now what is next? Over?
No. Further potential assessment.
Potential assessment also by the appraiser. Okay, done.
Yes.
Okay, what else? It comes under the B section.
Yeah.
We talked about A section. We talked about a B section, that is appraiser. First A section is appraisee. B section is appraiser. We can call it department head or whatever. Next is what? Next, it goes to the reviewer. Okay. The reviewer who suppose general manager marketing, marketing president, the reviewer could be you are a CEO or a COO or whosoever is concerned. So that guy, what will be his role? Hmm. Right. See, the reviewer will have a blinded approach. Whenever we submit a paper, research paper, I don't know whether people heard about it. It's called double-blinded peer review. Meaning by who was written, that name will not be that in the paper. The title of the paper will be there. Dr. Bhaskar name will not be there. So, and who's allotting to whom, that guy also doesn't know. So it means double-blinded means I'm unbiased. Suppose I'm writing a paper, my name goes to some Malaysia University or Singapore. The guy knows Bhaskaran very well. Without even seeing only bias, you'll see excellent. Or he's my enemy, professional enemy. He will say very bad. It can happen both ways. So we have double refereed, double blind, or triple refereed one. So the reviewer is supposed to be likely to be more transparent because he is not either both totally involved or not against that guy. And plus he will see from overall organization point of view. And he will also link the overall report of the business compared to this correct. Suppose he says, I've done very good job as a GM marketing. I given all those business growth. And this guy is also excellent. The CEO, me, I can see now, does it reflect in my balance sheet? Or both of you are really beating the bush around? Correct. Or the marketing say turnover is good, but this guy is written against you. No, not good. Fighter cock. Okay, yeah, he's a fighter cock. It doesn't make any difference to me. As long as he's given me the revenue. The revenue is reflecting in my balance sheet. Sales revenue, which is an objective, which is measurable. So if that is the case, why are you writing against it? Or if you're writing in favor of him, it doesn't say in my, at the end of the day, bottom line and top line. Am I getting it? So this is what the reviewer is supposed to be. Yes, I agree with that one. Whatever your command and all, 1 or 2 line only. Even there is no need for a template or a questions. Section C, comments. Yes, I agree, not agreed. Approved, that kind of CC. So now it's over. What is next? We are talking about the process, 7, 8 process we talked about. A over, B over, C over. What is next? It goes back to the appraisal. So this A, B, C we done. D, it goes to the HR department. Okay, HR department only, in all the place HR is only coordinating, only facilitating. Normally you people will find fault with HR guys. Oh, the HR guys does it, HR guy does it. HR guy is only facilitating, coordinating, enabling, right? Now D, it goes to HR guys. What is E? Okay, now in the D, HR guy is supposed to quantify through methods. That all those things you take that meeting the job requirement, extremely meeting the job requirement, or ABCD, excellent. Do you have some nomenclature? There you quantify it in a nutshell. Like extremely meeting, just meeting, or not at all meeting, to be put in PIP, whatever 5 standard, or excellent, very good, good, whatever. So the HR quantifies based on all those things. What is next? HR has to formally write to that employee. Again, opportunity of depending your comments. This again, many companies, they are not doing it. If they are doing it, they are doing it in a mundane level, just completing a formality. Suppose this guy has been marked just an average, or just meeting the requirement, not meeting the requirement. This letter has to go to him. Your appraisal comment or reviewer comment has come like this. We are giving you 3 days, 4 days. On the 4th day, the committee will be sitting consisting upon so and so. You come and make your case. Why it is above. So that is another rule. He will be given the letter. He will be given the complete feedback. He will also be given the date. And that will be heard by a committee. Not only by this guy, maybe another 1 or 2 other performance line level manager. Then those level people will do, then they'll do correction, if at all. Even if there's no correction, then the letter goes to you. Correct? So this is the complete process of from do that one. Are we clear now? If you have to talk about what is the PMS process, it starts from ABCD to this one. Now the next question is people normally ask, this performance management process should only be concerned with assessing the performance, or it should also be linked with incentive, promotion, salary, transfer. There are two concepts. Some companies say, no, we don't link this. We assess it, we close it. And there are a lot of literature say, no, it is meaningless unless it is logically concluded in terms of giving promotion, increment, transfer, job relocation, all those things. What is your opinion? How it should be done? Yeah, it should be given up. Most of the people opinion what? It should be linked to increment, promotion, both way, punishment also, PAP also. So PAP though you are doing in any case, right? Most of the appraisal, if the guy is not doing, you are putting him in PAP, right? Performance improvement. So when you can do it, why cannot give increment also? So there you want to delay the decision because you are procrastinating the decision making, right? I strongly believe it should be linked then and there with the increment, or PAP, or promotion, or job location, or giving you additional education, learning, and opportunity. When you do this thing, then it's a complete cycle. You've done it properly. Then it will be accepted by the employee as a welcoming one. Employee will be happy. Role clarity is there, and you are achieving the organizational. Okay, now this is the process. Now, one more thing. What are the methods of performance assessment management methods? Like when I said templates. In the past, they had only small format. You have very good, average. This side, quantity of work, quality of work, cooperation, defendability. That was a method, they call it. That is called behavioral anchored system. Only you go by the behavior. As I told you the previous line, previously 70% used to be the second line only, not the first one. Meaning by I like you, then I will go, my rating will go in whatever way I like. If I don't like you, irrespective of whether you work hard or whatever, I'll not give you a good review. So the methods could be, there are 3, 4. One is behavioral anchored system in simple system. That is second one. Your quantity, quality, time, and cost system. That was there long. I don't think anymore it is there. But theoretically, you're supposed to know how it developed. Then second thing is called critical incident method. What is critical incident method? For a particular job, some critical incidents are very important. You overgive weightage to that. Like for example, your market survey, or for a for a faculty, lot of, if you take international Ivy League institutes in US and all, they give more weightage to not teaching. They give weightage to research. How many research paper you published in double blinded or triple blinded one? Your teaching is horrible. They don't bother about it. They presume if you've done a good research in that one, you will end up teaching well. That is the psychology there. So their critical incident method is not the teaching feedback. What is that paper you do? Even today, most of the American universities, Ivy League institute, like people like me, they will say Bhaskaran's academic currency is obsolete. He submitted his PhD in 1990, which is fact. And he has not done last 3 years, no double, triple blinded research paper. That means his academic currency is depleted, obsolete. Hence, we will not give him weightage. That's one kind of. Unless there are 2 kinds of faculty they have. Academically qualified, professionally practice-oriented faculty. They have 60% academic, 40% practice-oriented faculty. Okay. So when you come in that category, probably then you don't have to publish that paper. The critical incident here is not publishing paper. How much consultancy I'm doing? How many organizations are taking my advice? How many companies I'm board of directors? That's what I'm doing. How many companies you are board of directors? How many companies you are consulting? And are you sharing that consultancy money to the institute? When we take money up, say for example, no KRAKP, we got one more consultancy here only, or one good company here in Bannerkata. Suppose we get 5 lakhs for a month on writing a KRAKP for 10 people board of directors. The institute will give us 70%. 30% will go to the institute. So now critical incident means they will take 1 or 2 critical incident. A lot of institutes, they only on teaching, the colleges. They are not bothered about your research or all those things. You come like a donkey, You teach IM and all, you know how many hours faculty teach? Monthly, weekly? What is the workload for them per a month or a week? 40 hours monthly. Weekly, how many hours a professor of IM Bangalore teaches? Huh? Not even 3 hours. Maximum 3 or 5 in a week. That's his load. No other colleges, they give you 40 hours. No, the other private college, poor people, they in and out. Classroom in and out. Okay, those colleges, okay. Now, you would opt out to this thing, na? The IM professor at the end of the appraisal, if he doesn't show I published 2 papers, his career is gone. In US, we call it tenured, non-tenured professor. You cannot be a tenured professor till continuously do that. You are 10 years, you are a empty lecturer only. You cannot be a tenured professor unless this is much more difficult than teaching. One research paper is equivalent to 1 PhD. And their psychology is that if you do thorough research, latest, definitely you'll come and share with my students. My students will, get benefit out of it. So you are teaching 2 hours is much more than teaching 10 hours without any stock in your mind. That is what the critical incident method. That's one. The other one is bell curve system, which is very, very interesting one. What is bell curve system? Okay. Right. Bell curve system is also called forced curve. Okay. Force means like how you are getting grades here. That's what I always say, you will easily pass. You will usually get good marks also, right? Because yours is not a relative grading system. You are an absolute. As an individual, you will make a presentation, you will write the paper, you will get 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, whatever. That is called absolute grading system. If you are 100 people. If it is a relative grading system, out of 100, only 10 will get outstanding. The 10 could be 99, or the 10 could be only 40 also. The forced bell curve system will say the outstanding will be only 10. By that meaning, 10% they have to fail, even if you taken 70, 80% mark. Depending upon the overall performance score, if somebody, it's forced curve, it's forced bell curve. You are getting my point. That in IITs and IIM, even when I was a student in 83 in IIT, that time we gone through this relative grading system. I mean, if you are doing very well, it's okay. That is why the student there, if you're all staying in the hostel, even I remember the nightmare. We've come out in even I don't know what is the system there. In my time, 100% it has to be residential. Even if you are from Delhi, I studied from Delhi IIT. Even if you are from Delhi, you have to stay in the hostel only. You are not allowed to come from home. Okay. So the hostel also, they used to give better benefits and all. Every time we used to get out, go and see the Palgani. The other guy's room is light on. My God, let me also go and study. If I'm telling you my own horror stories in 84, 85. You may not have been born by that time. Horror story will come and see the balcony. Oh, little rack. See, oh, that 3, 4 all rooms are not switched are not off. Even in my own batchmate, guys. So let me go back to study. That is called bell curve system. This started with GE first. Okay. GE was the first company who started it very well. They're doing it well. Meaning by suppose you are 100 people working for my company. I am Wipro company. You're all doing extremely well, but only 10% of you will get extremely doing well. 10% of you will be put in PIP. Even your performance is overall good. Okay. In between, other people will come. Good, very good. So it's a bell curve means it's a forced curve system. Is it good or bad? It's good or bad? Okay, now Here I want to teach you one thing. When such concepts comes, you guys, as a professional guys, you cannot talk good or bad. Are you getting my point? That is going to be single competency for you to be successful at the top level. Depends. When, where, how. Are you getting my point? I mean, I'm not telling her, I'm just telling you guys. I've noticed my students also. You cannot make any straight judgments, conclusion. Please don't do that. Be careful. It seems, looks, it may be different perspective. But please don't. I'm not telling you. I'm just telling you. This all of you should learn. I noticed even hi-fi guys also make this mistake. You express your point. Unless you are directly asked, unless you are an authority on that one, say that it depends. Looks like, it may be. Okay, that's a simple guideline for it. Now come back to, forget about that, my guidelines to you. Is it good or bad? Acha, where it depends. Where it depends good, where it depends bad. Come, that's what I'm asking you. Can I apply to you? No, not depends. Straight question. 100 guys are there appearing for exam. Can I use bell curve? What is that relative grade system? Why? She's talking. Okay, now I'll come to you. Apple, for example. IBM. They have 5 lakh employees working in different countries. All of them picked from the best of the institute. Like take Apple, for example. Apple has got lakhs of employees. The selection is toughest on 2 accounts. One is they pick from only the premier institutes. They don't pick from any institute. That means by and large, the entry itself is strong. Second, the selection is 5-level interviews, Apple. One, they are picking up from the top level institutes contextually. 2, the selection is 5-level, which means you are selected by and large the best people, right? I always say that there's a big correlation between the potentially good student and their performance. You know, the students are take an IAS officer, direct IAS officer. Most of the time, the performance has been good. The promotee IAS officer may not be, need not be. So there's a good correlation between the student studied from a good institute. Why do we take a student from good institute? Or why do we take a student with 70-80% marks? What is the psychology between? There is a big chance this guy is likely to have worked hard. He's likely to work hard. There could be exception out of this guy, somebody can be useless also. But most of the guys who likely to have worked hard in the past are likely to work hard in the future. Exception could be less. If we go by the other way around, guys who are not worked hard, very bad mark, would also be good. But there, exceptionally, very few guys will be good. Most of the guys will be in any case useless. So I don't want to borrow that theory. Here I want to borrow. Okay, now coming back to this Apple, it's selected. West Institute, which is an excellent, potentially good candidate. Your selection process also tough, 5 level. Then why the hell are you saying that 10% has to go? Correct. Their mission is very clear. I am not telling you when I put you in 10% PIP that you are not good. My mission is top class innovation, top class distinctive one. So my vision of the company is linked with this PMO system, which requires I cannot think about you in 1% of anything. 2, I want every year 10% fresh flood to come in. If you don't go, I cannot bring in. So again, towards all fit to quality innovation. So I have to bring it. 3, I have large number of people. I mean, lakhs of people working. So I can afford to adopt the system. So now depends is this one. Number 1 condition, it must be large number of appraisee. You have a company, Bania company with 40 people, do bell curve system. It's a doom. If IBM is doing with 5 lakh, they can sustain it. Apple is doing with 3-4 lakhs, they can sustain it. But if you do company with 100-200 employees, that to disparity of qualification, experience, and all those things, then this is what I mean depends. There it cannot be done. Okay. So basically, it depends means that you need number 1, large number of same level of people. your objective is very clear, like top level innovation mission or anything, not simply operational effectiveness, not simply strategic effectiveness, highly qualitative, highly innovative. If that is the performance management objective, what is the objective of performance management? Simply improve the productivity or innovation or collaboration? That could be broader objective or vision mission of the PMS system, right? If that is a thing, then I can improve the bell curve system there. Are you with me? Now you'll be able to answer the question when I ask bell curve system good or bad. You'll not say bad, nah? No, also you'll say good or bad. Now, for example, coming back to you, can I improve relative grading system to 100 of you? Relative grading system, can I implement for you people? It's a bell curve system, why no? It's less. If I have an open online course of 10,000 people, 1 lakh people studying, I can do it. Simple. If 1 lakh students are studying online open courseware or something like, I can do it. But 100 people, if I do, bell curve system, your gone system. So these are the methods of the PMS system. Okay, what else? Your timing. Now, what are the best practices in terms? Are we clear now? What all we covered so far? Tell me. Or any one of you? Okay, second bench. Difference between performance appraisal and PMS. Okay. Right. Very good. Very well summarized. Yeah. Okay, great. Now, by doing this thing, can I go back to the first question? Will it achieve the twin objective? Whatever we discussed, whatever we are criticizing, that that companies are not doing it, people are not feeling that, why the hell Monday coming? By doing all those things, will it achieve that purpose? Do you believe it can be best practice? So where is the problem? The problem is execution. One is having the right knowledge, understanding, respecting the theory, and then executing in detail. What we do is we'll pick up the template which is easily available in Google or internet or anything like that. Then without putting your heart and soul, letter and spirit, I'm dealing with human being, yeah, my talent. One, from my company point, my talent. Second, I'm dealing with human being. I cannot afford to be there. So the times to be spent, it requires a lot of time. If they want to be PMSs to be really serious, it requires a lot of time from the bosses, appraisers. Probably 20-30% of the time will go only here. Should go. If you do it at the end of last week, 2-3 days, I'll go through, give tick, 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 tick and all, then it cannot serve the purpose. So I strongly believe it can be a very good tool. I mean, there could be many management practices. But this practice, if it is understood in a religious manner and implemented that the spirit of it, it takes care of the organization, it takes care of the individual. That's what I liked. And then what are the terminology we used to hear? Performance appraisal, performance planning, role clarity, SMART, MBO, management by objective, balance scorecard, feedback, social recognition. What is 360 degree and 180 degree?
In 360-degree, feedback will come from subordinate also. Means all around with peers, bosses and subordinates. In 180-degree, it is feedback from peers.
Okay. Again, it's like your this one. What the other one you talk? Bell's scorecard. Is it useful? Don't say good or bad. No, we'll be careful. It is useful.
Useful.
Okay. Okay. 360 degree. I'm being the appraising. Can they apply 360 degree to me in this organization? I will not give you mark if you say yes. What's her name? Just give her name and roll number to me so that I'll make sure that she doesn't get passed. Okay. Huh? Can you use 360 degree for me? I'm a professor. Okay. I'm working for university. Can they use 360 degree? How they will use, how it's going to benefit them. Okay, students giving feedback is not entirely 360 degree. That's one part of it. What is the normal, how people have to assess me normally? I'm a professor. The dean will assess, or probably the vice chancellor will review. That's a normal one. Okay, you take Apollo Hospital. The MD chairman is there. There are experts coming, cardiologist, dermatologist, orthopedist. Okay, he comes and goes. Okay, maybe procedurally, there's a system he'll report and do complaint, get lost. Okay, functionally, who is the boss? I said, take an Apollo Hospital, for example. MD chairman, everybody is there. Under him, offered a two specialists coming. Heart specialist, neurologist, dermatologist. Okay, how will you assess them? One, two, come back to me. How will you 360 degree according to means you are giving feedback one. The dean gives feedback one. Does it mean 360 degree enough? Faculty colleagues can give. Okay. Who else? Arvind can give. Imtiaz can give. Arvind can give, the faculty doesn't come in time. Right? How it's useful, I'm telling you. By 1:30's class or every day I have to follow up. He still comes at 1:50 or sometimes doesn't even come last moment. Then the feedback of Arvind is very much implication on me, right? I may be a great teacher, but I don't come in time. It's 120 people are waiting. So Arvind's feedback, 360 degree on this professor is more. Or Imtiaz comes, sir, he doesn't even understand the ABCD of technology. He doesn't know how to even change the slides. So that's also feedback. Right. Students' feedback is obviously 50-60% major. So here 360 degree feedback, because the background is what? You are dealing with multiple people, educated, knowledgeable, understanding people. That's underlined. Whether you are Arvind, whether it's Imtiaz. Okay. You take a small manufacturing company. Okay, that guy doesn't even know. A lot of politics. They say, acha, this is a system, I'll fix you. Union guy, you have to take feedback from union guy. You have to take it from the other department guys, your colleagues. Like here, my other colleagues also will say, yeah, Sir has been very senior. He comes and supports us, helps us in all our research. My colleague should say, then that is matters. See, my role is exactly that's one only. I can hardly teach 4-5 hours in maybe 2 to 4 hours to you, 3 to 6 hours to you guys, maybe another 5 hours to MBA students. But I'm there for taking care of my faculty. They are doing research, they want to do something. So if I don't even take care of them. So this system is workable. So the basic things are there to implement 360 degree, 180 degree properly. But if there is a small manufacturing organization, 300 people are working, 150 people are working. And out of that, they don't know the purpose. Or even if they know negatively, they don't know very well. How can I finish this guy? By giving wrong feedback. So it all depends. Where you use, how you use, 360 degree, 180 degree, right? Now you know depends. Depends doesn't mean that depends only. You have to give where it depends, how it depends. You can't say it's good and bad. So it could be good for a research organization. Could be good for a, like I told you, the Apollo hospital doctors coming, going and going. It's not that his functional thing cannot be challenged by his owner, Apollo owner or president and MD. He's a specialist. He's an excellent guy. He cannot be, he's just there on the level of reporting, just completing the paperwork for the administrative purpose. But the chairman and MD cannot be his boss overall. Are you getting my point? That's what I told you 2 times. This guy comes, cardiologist or dermatologist or numerologist, whosoever comes. He's not your employee. You cannot treat him like an employee. He's a super boss. Rather, he's your boss also. I'm the chairman. I have to take care of him to stay with me. So if I treat him like an employee, it doesn't take place. So there probably 360 degree feedback, 100 degree works. Because since the boss is not directly assess him, cannot assess him. So the report coming from the anesthetician, from other department, other doctors, how he cooperates, helps a lot. So you really, in other words, in nutshell, this 360 integral works at a highly different environment. Universities, colleges, universities, hospitals, not in the low level manufacturing kind of organization where the base itself is not ready. Though theoretically it's a good system, but practically will it be useful or not? This is another competency all of you have to pick up. All theories and practice are good. Where to use, how to use. I mean, if you give a chloroquine to somebody who's got an ordinary cold fever, you'll kill that guy, right? Because you know chloroquine as a medicine. You know ampicillin as an antibiotics. Just because you know you give, without understanding whether the person is going through ordinary cold fever, allergy fever, or really malaria or typhoid. If you see that and give that right kind of medicine. So this is again a big mistake done by most of the management guys. They pick up some concepts. Now today we talk about artificial intelligence a lot. In my campus also, most of the time, artificial intelligence, this and that and all those kind of. Some students come to me, sir, can I specialize in artificial intelligence? They ask me, what is your answer? Tell me. Different. So you people are becoming too smart now. They ask artificial intelligence. They come to me, sir, I want to take business analytics, artificial intelligence. That's the talk of the day, right? These are fads, comes and goes. Lot many has come in the past. Today, this is the fad. The students are really poor guys, you know, you're all a little more experienced. The young guys, they come and say, sir, should I take specialized in business analytics or artificial intelligence? What do I do? What should be my answer? Tell me. Come on, now you people have become very careful, yeah. Sorry? Oh, okay, one point is taken care, their interest and passion. One point is very well taken. Sorry? Usability in the role, okay. For example, Microsoft, PowerPoint, Word, Office suite. Is it a specialization? Simple answer. Microsoft Office suite, whether it's your PowerPoint or Excel or whatever you call it. Is it a specialization? You should be aware of it. You should understand it. You should try to have a little competency or more competency. Like for us, ask me, I'm not good at advanced Excel. I don't have to be. Right? But I cannot say I will not be aware, I will not try to learn, right? I have to be too good at least in PowerPoint, at least in Word. So like that, my question is that that's a new practice, new knowledge, you have to study. You have to learn. It cannot be a specialization because it cannot remove the human intelligence here. How you pick up your competencies, how you are able to discriminate, how you are able to go about defining a problem, how you are going to deciding a problem, how you'll take a decision making. This is all you are going to be your job today, tomorrow. If you learn this competency, then you are a competitive CEO. If you are able to spot a problem, you're able to define a problem from multiple perspectives, you will be able to chalk down the decision making process. You're selecting the best one, seeing the pros and cons. That's it, no? For that, this could also be useful. It's practice and tool. It's a tool, but the core functional one, like your marketing, HR, finance, statistics, if you don't have that one, this will not help you. In fact, in most of the academic review of your MBA, I'm strongly recommending remove all this HR, marketing, finance specialization. Everything they have to learn. Nothing like he's a GM marketing. Is he not aware, supposed to aware of finance? Finance for non-finance guy? Is he not taking care of the attrition? He's supposed to take, not the HR guy can take care of attrition. Which means MBA students study everything, right? HR, not too much into unnecessary specialty, but you must study the whole cross-functional. Wherever I am CEO, we have a cross-functional meeting every day. Not only the first night shift, the production goes for a task mean, first HR gets is answerable. Why the production the night was not going all right? Not the production guy. So the world is changing. So that means the curriculum should take care of everything What there should be specialization in what? Tell me. Not on artificial intelligence. All should be picked up with each course. You are teaching HRM. I should teach how artificial intelligence can be used in HRM. How business analytics should be used in marketing. So this all should be embellished in the course itself. Not a separate tandem of some theoretical thing which you study and learn it. Neither you use it today or tomorrow. Then what should be the specialization? Tell me what should be specialization? I said not artificial, not HR, marketing and finance. What should be the specialization? Management you are studying, man. I'm saying study the whole management. Madam, you are taking entrepreneurship, you are studying strategic management in your curriculum. You are studying corporate governance, you are studying business laws, you are studying HRM, you are studying finance, you are studying OB, you are studying marketing management. Everything you are studying, right? Everything is covered with your management. On the top of it, I'm saying you cannot have a specialization. This HR, marketing, finance also, club it into the core course where you are already studying HRM. So there I should teach some more HR specialization also here itself. Then what should be the specialization? I'm saying no, I will not go with the fats up, supply chain or artificial intelligence or business analytics. This also is study, the practice. What should be the specialization? It should be sector based. You are a pharma sector industry specialization, retail industry specialization, some or an education sector specialization. So whatever theoretically, conceptually studied, core management and specialization management to be applied in a particular sector or industry. So when you walk down, that particular industry should come forward to welcome you. Okay, this guy is an expert in real estate sector specialization. This guy is specialist in pharma industry, IT sector. That culmination takes place, then that is a right sweep towards the development. If you are just coming with facts and all needed. I'm saying that you can't say today, Microsoft Office is, not for me to read. It's a basic bread and butter. Okay. Now, which are the one? The last point is performance appraisal, role clarity, feedback, 360, 1 day coaching and mentoring. Why did I say coaching mentoring? Yesterday's leader was autocratic, one-sided, controller. What is today's leader? Coaching, mentoring, facilitating, helping. So that should be the shift. He cannot be an autocratic. So PMS system take care of. Very good question. Yeah, answer him. Depends upon. I'll say that depends. What should be the tomorrow's leaders? You are getting into trouble by saying that. What should be the tomorrow's leader? Good question. 3 competencies are needed. Functional competency, conceptual competency, human competency. Okay. Functional competency means you are an expert. You are a cardiologist, you are a market specialization, you are a pharmacist, pharma guy, or an engineer. Too much. You are an MS, PhD in that line. That is your functional specialist. What is conceptual? I'll throw you anywhere. You can't say, I've not studied, I've not the experience of doing it. You must have a guts, courage to pick up something which has come. I'll suppose tomorrow some big lockdown in a project or some project loan got delayed. You have been thrown into that place. You should be able to put the pieces and bits conceptually, think beyond, logically think beyond, put together everything. That is going to be the big competency needed for a tomorrow's leader. The third one is human. One side I'm talking more about clarity, objectivity, this and that. At the same time, my restraint, my ability to train you, my ability to understand your perspectives. These 3 competencies should be more. Tomorrow's leader need not be on the first one. Take IAS officer. He is one day a district judge, tomorrow some manufacturing company MD, day after tomorrow some association leader. He's put more on his conceptual skill, not on his functional skill. Even today, we want IAS only graduate. Maybe BA, maybe engineer, anybody. So tomorrow leader has to be more on, need not be on functional. Yeah, if you have a functional, if I'm a chairman of a chemical industry, if I know about some chemical technology, it's good. But I don't want to be an expert in that. I should, even if my conceptual skill is good, even less functional technology will help me. But sitting with you only, I'll be able to pick up. Whenever I used to call for vendors for some complicated purchase and all, no? When you are going to buy, I said, let's learn from these vendors only. We'll call 10 guys, they themselves will give words here and there, take the word and divide and rule that. That's your conceptual skill. Right. And then today it's becoming a more, the industry is coming on innovation. Jepto guys come to business. Ola has come into business. So more business is run by human. They have become more driver. See, previously the salary budget used to be 10%, 15% in the budget. Okay. Now why these all companies are immediately going for layup and things like that? Because now the salary budget 50 to 60% in all those innovative hi-fi companies. Otherwise, by and large, all those old companies, manufacturing companies, the budget, see, the salary overall budget will not be more than 10 to 15%. So if that is the case, my third skill has to be very good. And there are one or two other skills. This guy has really asked a very good question, which is very important for a future CEO. The one is, which McKinsey has concluded recently, the ability to go through frustration. You cannot bow down. You should be able to come up, pump up, and again rechart it. What you planned, what you decided, what market change, what competition has brought in. It cannot pull you down. Previously used to call stress management. It's nothing stress. The ability to go through frustration. You are able to come out of it. How many of you are able to handle it? Tell me. You are not able to reach the campus. Bus late, auto race. Your frustration goes up or not? You're down, right? Pull down. So the future leader has to be more on that. The fifth one, obviously, he may not be technical savvy, but he cannot say, I don't know technology. I don't know artificial intelligence. I don't know robot. I cannot use laptop. I cannot prepare my report. That cannot. So he has to be a technical savvy as well. Sir, have I answered your question? Okay. As far as the leadership styles are concerned, there are 4 levels: autocratic, democratic, participative, consultative. I don't know whether you studied. Probably Captain will cover up in the OB class. There are 4 basic leadership styles: autocratic style, democratic, participative, consultative. Tomorrow's leaders cannot depend on the autocratic. He has to get more into. Do you know the difference between all the 4? Yes or no? No. Okay, I'll tell you. Autocratic means like an army commander. No consultant. Again, depends. Don't ask me which theory is good. Where and how. Each theory, which is called situational leadership. Where to use which leadership, then you are the right CEO. For everything, knowledge is important. Once you are knowledge, then you know where to use, how to use, sir. Like salt we take, na? Salt is good. More salt you take, your blood pressure also. So situational leadership is, how do you select the 4? Army, war is going. That guy cannot consult somebody. He has to push on. Even our own man is update. He has to tell his guy, make him to give him one more shot and tell him and move on. That is the leadership style needed there. 1. What is democratic? Yeah, I go with discussing people, take everybody's perspective. You are a democratic. Okay. What these 2? Okay. What is participative and consultative? Participative is when we are finalizing the curriculum. Okay. We take every faculty's opinion. This is what we are trying to have a core. This is what we are trying to arrange a lecture plan. We are discussing everybody, taking everybody's participation. Okay. And then I, as a dean or a director, by and large go, not necessarily 100% will go with you. By and large, I go with you. I take all, I believe you. I like to take your opinion. I do take, and I'll try to use it maximum. That is called participate. Okay. So I respect, I take 90%, probably I take it, but maybe I'll change the direction. This style I personally found effective in my life. If I have to only go with you, why the hell I'm needed? You can be sitting here, right? At the same time, maybe that you have some point which I oversight. So I used it. I believe in this one. Personally, it has been more participative. The last one is consultative. What is the difference between these two? Participative and consultative. Theoretically also looks same, right? Tell me. Okay. Example. You're a surgeon. You're going to the theater. You're the big boss. At the end of the day, and how many people are going to assist you in the theater? At least 10 people. Equivalent people, at least 3, 4. One is anesthetist, maybe another specialist. You are doing some pediatric surgery or something. Pediatrician is there. Anesthetician is guy. Now here there's no participation. Participation means I said, I take your opinion, I decide. Here this guy cannot take it. Consultative, everybody has to give consensus to that one. This much anesthesia will give. This much time will do. This much medicine will be given. They will have a complete discussion, recorded. Consensus for each and every 10 guy. That is called consultant. Maybe you are going for a consultancy. McKinsey will do while working out a management plan or review and all, they'll go with a consultative approach to start the plan. Right? Now you know which leadership, that is called situational leadership. Again, if you are knowledgeable, if you are aware, where to use which theory, you'll use it. Yeah. This guy again is pushing. Like this consultative means you need sometime high level interpersonal skill, understand, pick from, because they're all experts. Anesthesian, suppose he says, I'm the surgeon, not 30 minutes, give anesthesia for 40 minutes or give for 20 minutes. I'm not an expert in it, right? He knows this baby can handle how many minutes of anesthesia. So I have, otherwise he'll say, TK, go to hell. And the pediatrician comes and says, this much kind of, this is the way baby weight, this kind of only quantity of milligram of anesthesia that dose can be given. The baby cannot handle it. So here, it's very difficult. You know, I'll tell you, do you think we all talk about team management, right? Every day we talk about team management, team spirit. Do you think it's easy to work in a team? Very difficult. Even whatever you've seen little bit of me, with all my maturity, I find it too difficult to work in a team. Either as a boss or as a team member. Even as a boss, I'm the team chairman, even then it's difficult for me to listen to all your nonsense, pakwas for a long time, and then try to call out your perspectives. You may be giving a good point, but 10 out of 10th or 7, 8th, you just really make my mind really go here and there. You will go out of it to do whatever nonsense you can do. I'm talking about my own experience, I'm telling you. And that too, please don't quote me. Okay. And that too, don't quote me outside. Though it's recorded. Sitting with academician in a team meeting, my God. And especially people like me, too objective oriented guy, too business mind oriented guy, sitting in with an academician meeting, my God, I may have to go and take 3 pecks of biscuit to take care of it. Because they will go with multiple theoretical kind of thing here and there. It is their style. So what I'm saying is, in jokes apart, working in team, though there's been a lot of article and discussion, I find it difficult to work in a team. But we need to work. We cannot say we cannot work it. So that is why this guy, consultative people, they have that, with all those things, they know it's important. They also human being, they'll get irritated, but yet they have to control that part of it. That is why the difficult leadership skill is consultative. Answer? Any other question? Anything else? Unless you don't have anything else, I'm going to give you. That you want all. Why break? Yeah, no break. Continue up to 4:30. Okay, done.
Sir, we'll resume back at what time, sir?
Sorry, 10 minutes, huh?
Sure, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We'll stop the record. Please ask any doubt. Where is the stop recording? Where is the stop recording? Do it. Thanks, students. Others. Hello, online students. Are we back? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I already sent one documents to all of you on WhatsApp. And it's also on the screen. Actual PMS system implemented by me in one of the company in Bangalore as director HR. The document has got all the templates and methods and everything. I want you guys to read 15-20 minutes on that. Number one. Number two, now you know that how important to know how to fix a KRAKP. The whole PMS system is depending on how you are good at preparing and fixing the KRAKP. So once you study, we'll discuss on that. Then I'll take 1 or 2 presentation from you guys. KRAKP. Okay, madam, some smile. Ready? So I'll only call you first, okay? Otherwise, he will become upset that I'm not called him. What's your name, madam? Huh? You got this, miss? You got in your WhatsApp? This document?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, whatever we discussed so far, this is a document which I actually implemented for a company in Bangalore. Okay. So I given you the whole document with theory, formats, templates, and everything. Please go through it. Maybe I don't know how many pages. Maybe 10 pages. 19 pages. A lot of formats. So please go through. I know once you take it home, you will not go through. Go through this document which is on your WhatsApp.
So few of the slides are overlapping, like a performance framework.
There's no slides. It's a word form.
Yeah, I've heard some page. Yeah.
No problem, madam. You skip it. Can you look at it? How it comes in the mobile? It's clear, no? Nice, yeah. What is it? Come. This one, huh? Let's see. See, whatever theoretically we discussed in the morning, everything I covered here practically for one company called John Distillery Limited. John Distillery. So just go through it, you'll pick up the right words, methodology, the templates, even the templates are there. Section A, B, C, D, everything is there. Online students, I hope you're going through, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, we are going through, yeah.
This report, along with your KRA KP report, you can be a qualified consultant for PMS. If you, oh, and plus this. ये दोनों स्टडी करके दिमाग में बैठा दोगे ना, if you take it in your mind, you can be an expert in this field. Understand, digest, reflect. But you should be ready to do, no? Right now, we have one consultancy from a Bannerkata Road. I think the girls must be really interested. There's a modular kitchen supplying company. The modular kitchen is costing 20 lakhs, what they're selling. High-end one. Okay. That company has given us a business preparing KRAKP for only 10 people. Starting from the chairman, CEO, production manager, finance manager, and all those things. For 10 guys. And we are going to charge hefty charge. Huh? Oh. So now, without understanding KRA, PMS will be incomplete. KRA fixation is more important for PMS. That is a critical job for PMS. So once you study them, It's a very consolidated conceptual report. Please read it. It will be helpful. I know you will not be able to read it again if you don't read right now. Tell me. It's there. More it's there. So you have to change. If you give more to write, then you'll write more nonsense. Good. I'm happy that you're reading it. What did it? How's it going reading? Is it useful? This document? Finished? Good, yeah. Okay, both of you come and explain what did you learn out of. All of you completed or still reading? Once you completed, at least let's take one KRAKP presentation from any one group. Volunteer. To test how you guys are attempted, right? Because now you know KRAKP fixation and these are totally related. If you don't know how to fix a KRAKP, then your PMS goes for a toss. To a large extent, one and the same. The first word is calibration from organizational perspective, right? Like whatever captain was talking to you, cascading down from top down. Today I was overhearing his lecture from a video. Has given a thing, cascading it from unit 1, division 1, individual 1. Right? Do you remember that what captain was talking in the class today? No. Okay, he was not taking your class. No, he was taking. No, I've seen. He was talking. Your own class, I was sitting there by chance I've seen. Cascading it down, he explained very well to you. To big charts. Anyhow, for example, huh? Sorry? No, not my slow charts. He has shown you big, there is a business. Like for example, take John Distillery Limited. Where what is the corporate goal of the John Distillery? Like for example, this year turnover from 100 crores to it was to go to 300 crores. It has to go down from 5 states to 10 states. It has to get into 3 countries more. You have that one. Then you have from that one, you have got to have all division goals. Bangalore, maybe Mysore, Madikeri. Then it comes to department goals. Department means finance, accounts, marketing. All those things has to cascade down to department. From department, it goes down to individual. Like what I talked to you, you straight away start from individual. It has to come down from this route to individual. From individual, it has to go up. So calibrating the business goals, business strategy from top to bottom. How you travel from top to bottom? From top there, you come to different division, different departments as a group. Then from division and department, it comes to individual. I hope there's a templates also, right? No, section A, B, D, and all. Yeah? It is there. And the purpose, objectives, words, theoretical words, everything's are there, right? A lot of theoretical words. I used it, the right kind of words. So if you want to be a consultant, make use of this book. And come and work with me for any assignment freely. I will not pay you money. I'll take all the money to myself. Right? Huh? Okay, guys, you do a good job. I'll give you 100% to you guys. Provided you are able to, I will guide you. You have to. Lot of paperwork. No, see that, like for example, I'm going to discuss with this guy. It took a lot of time for me to break. It's a parent started a business, doing very well. They have a lot of their own infrastructure. One guy, the guy wants to get a lot of suggestion improvement. Other side is got free fixed. I know I do better. These are the practicality when you go to handle. So he's the guy. And the other matrix is his wife seems to be more mature and prudent than this guy. So this guy is the owner. He is not acting like a CEO. He's acting like a product manager. The wife who joined as an HR head, she's acting like a real CEO. So now I have to go and meet, not tell exactly what the hell is happening here, right? Then rechange the whole thing. With me, it's little easy because of you guys work with me, it's easy because my age and experience, I can talk to them, they will tolerate, right? You guys, they will not tolerate. The problem will come. Told, untold. In my case, they may tolerate, even they don't tolerate, I'll manage them. Okay, come to this level. Now, with a lot of difficulty, I noticed it that that lady should be made the CEO. She has got an overall holistic idea of how to run a business. This guy becomes a more of a product guy. Zero accident in the place, like a Toyota kind of working. And more design of product. He does excellent job in product, that modular kitchen design, the best of the world designs, imported ones. Then I said, you become a product designer, not a CEO. Because if a product designer guy becomes a CEO, then he will mess up the company, right? So that is why this fixation of KRAKP becomes more important. Okay, all of you gone through it? Is it useful? Meaningful? Okay, now let's see one presentation from anybody. You want to come? I have to call Imtiaz, na? Yeah, like I was telling you in the morning, when you are going to make presentation, the objective is not here to see your experience, your excellency, and to give you marks, right? Master, take it for granted, all of you will get very good. Okay. I'm trying to see how you could apply it, number one. Number two, if he's going to make presentation, he's just under the misnomer, he's going to make a presentation. Actually, I will end up in making presentation, adding with him, so that it goes to the benefit of all. Okay, that's the background. So you don't have to be afraid that, I'm going to make presentation, people are going to see, I'm going to give a mark. Mark to take it for granted. What is the maximum mark? 30, na? 20 the minimum you'll get, right? 20 to 20, huh? Achha, you want to give 30 out of 30? Okay, huh? What should be the minimum? Okay, now
50%, sir.
Now you guys are discussing about KRA. Okay. So all set and done, don't worry about it. 24, 25. That's not an issue. Learning. AOL. Assurance. If I'm holding your mark, I'm not going to build another house, right? So, and in any case, you have to get good marks, good degree. That is, I can give you in writing, the stamp paper. Okay, don't worry about it. But can you make a learning? Okay, you are not going to again study MBA. How many of you are going to study MBA? Chances are less, right? In abroad and all people do. But I don't think, may take even very few people. I don't say you should not do, you should do. But I'm seeing our Indian people and culture, you may not do it. No, I don't. I don't. So there are some people, maybe the time, your life, your experience. Yeah, but can you call Imtiaz? Huh? No, he will upload it. Imtiaz. You already uploaded it or you? Come on, yeah. Give your file. First has to upload, na? Huh? Come, all the team. Whosoever, all the whole member will come. Come. Whatever way you stay. 5 positions should come. Okay, guys. Apart from all those things, hello. Each individual, please upload. Otherwise, you will not get marks. No. Each individual you have to upload. All the 5, each one of you upload it. Because the software will take each individual mark. Got it, na? Sir? Anything you can do.
Sir, does that mean like even though we have done it as a group activity, or let us say
Yeah, please.
we have each
Hello,
one
guys.
should upload.
Yeah, so even though you've done it a group activity, each individual has to upload.
Like
Because
all
there-
5 under
Yeah.
the assignment column.
Yeah, because there is a provision for giving mark under each individual.
Okay.
Got
Okay,
it?
sir. We'll
Okay.
collect and we'll upload.
So one group is presenting. Let's see how they've done. Okay. Obviously, the one who's come forward, the first mover, has to get the best mark, right? Correct. The first mover will get the best mark. What? 12 marks? 12 marks you want to get out of 30? Yeah. Make it bigger, yeah. Imtiaz bhai, they need mic, na? Presentation. I use this.
So we are not able to hear, sir, online. If anyone can hear, please confirm here.
No, we are not able to hear.
Thank you.
We are also not able to hear.
नहीं यार मोटा मोटा लेके ना this only, right? This is the three changes. Hello, sir. Go ahead. We are team 2. Am I audible?
We are not able to see them.
Want to yeah. Probably it's more important to see the document.
Hope this is enough.
Even fine.
This is working. Yes, sir. This is the document.
Check with the brother.
Can you see the document online?
From the beginning, please.
Yes.
Okay, you want to use it as a reference, I know. Copy. Okay, this is the first page. We just told what is this assignment under the guidance of Dr. Solai at DSU.
Guys, can you settle down, please? Hello, please. Thank you. Thank you for that.
You. Sorry, I was joking. Okay, the first role we took is logistics manager. We take 2 roles and explain how we did it. You want to explain about KRA KPI? There is a brief explanation about what is KRA and what is KPI. You guys all know about this. It's key result area and a key performance index.
Presentation mode.
Word.
Now it's better.
Yeah, now it's much better. Okay, we got it. You return it. KRA KPI definition.
It's just simple definition of what is KRA, what is KPI, and its importance. It is important to
Why
mostly
is it
measure.
important?
Then coming to the role, the first role what we are taking is logistics manager.
Check up with the audience. Are they able to see and hear? Check up.
Yes, sir, we can.
You can hear my voice. This guy is going to make a presentation on logistics manager.
Logistics manager.
Logistics manager. Okay, core responsibility is written.
Okay. First, we have defined what is core responsibility. Generally, he or she will be reporting to the head of project execution because this logistics comes under project execution. He or she is responsible for end-to-end management of complete logistic activities. That starts from the manufacturing is over, includes packing, loading, and then dispatching and unloading. That again depends on what is the Incoterm. Every project will have different Incoterms. In this project, whatever the Incoterms will be, that will have something.
Yeah.
Mike,
Probably you should come to the front.
this is not working, right?
It's okay.
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so which one is this the one or?
No, this is the one. Okay, sir. And also he has a responsibility of profitability improvement. Not only profitability improvement, he has to involve himself in the strategic decisions, suggest the moves on strategic movement, how the company has to perform. It is not only logistics perspective. He also has to contribute towards the company's growth. Here are the KRS. The first KRA is on-time delivery, which is most important for any project execution organization. If you don't deliver on time, you are going to lose money. Time is money in projects. So there is a target of 95% achievement because of course there'll be 5 or 10% lapse due to your supply chain management issues whatsoever. So we have kept a realistic number that is 95% he has to achieve.
You want to say you are most welcome.
And on the other hand, invoicing accuracy, the documenting accuracy for logistic manager, this is most important. If there are errors in the invoices, that again costs money, that again costs time. And also it's a credibility issue. Even legal issues when it comes to income tax. Then inventory accuracy, logistics manager will also be responsible for.
The first one.
Yes, sir.
Now, has he approached correctly KRA and KPI? Audience. Online student, am I audible? Let us not go through.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Only one KRE is taken for logistic manager on time delivery. Is it important KRE? Yes. Yeah. And which is the contribution area, which is the KRE, which is subjective, which is important. 100 mark given for. Now, has he written the KPI correctly? Is it number? Is it objective? Is it measurable? Achieve OTD by 95% effective planning with operation. Does it come under objective? Measurable? So KPI one is good. 2. Maintain invoice accuracy always at 100% with error-free invoicing. Has it written correctly? Yes. KPI is very well. 3rd, contribute to profitability by 100%, which in turn result in reduction of penalty. This is, though technically it is correct, the meaning is little loose.
Okay.
Correct. Technically you written well, 100% objective measurable. How it is going to immediately give that contribution, which is little vague.
Okay. 1.3 come
From a KPA preparation, technically, professionally, you done well. But people like me can catch you, they will not be able to catch you. People like me will be able to catch you, right? How it is directly contributed. Are you understand? So basically, I wanted to make a presentation only for this purpose. It is through them, on behalf of them, I want to explain that. So don't be afraid, come forward to make a work. If you don't make a presentation, also, so those who make a presentation will get 24 plus. Those who are not making presentation, 18 to. That's the okay, guys. Second one.
Sir, one moment, I want to elaborate this point. The third point is, it is more of telling, there is no measurable in that, of course. But what it is telling is, if they contribute in that manner, the 100% OTD, then obviously there will be 0 penalty classes. Generally, the orders will come with penalty class.
Okay.
If you don't deliver, you have to, some 2%, 5%.
He put instead of contribute profitable 100%, he should put 0% penalty.
With the framing of that sentence to
It
be
makes a lot of difference.
right.
Right and see.
Yes.
0 penalty on.
This is the PDF. We'll make
We are
a.
making it out of Excel.
I got your point. Yes.
Trying to put my.
Sure, sir, we totally understand. We'll change that. Definitely.
What they wanted to say is 0% penalty. The moment they say it becomes a KPI. Now you understood. That is why I want to go to the present. Yeah. Do it. Right? If you don't do it, it's not experiential. Apply it once. If you think that you can sit and go alone, I know you can do your own more experience there. But if you take out of hand holding, if you don't do the last part of it, still you will be in that problem. Okay, next step. Done very well. I'm
The
very happy
second-
with that.
Thank you, sir.
They say no, that if I see little bit of ice, like open it. What is next?
Next is inventory accuracy, the second area. Obviously, company will have inventory, whether it is finished goods or raw materials. Most of the times it will not be accurate. You will not know how many machines actually there are. So that accuracy makes very important role, plays very important role in turning around the inventory. So there we have given the target of 95%.
What will be?
Let's say we made 100 machines, dispatched only 70 machines, 30 machines are under inventory. But those 30 machines will not be exactly in the 30 packs, 30 machines will be there in at least 150 packs or boxes. Many companies mishandle them. And finally, when I want 10 machines out of it, I'll not be able to take exact. So they should have 95% accuracy, at least when I ask 10 machine, at least 9 machine exactly he has to pick and give me on the move.
Guys have done. Their approach technique-wise is good, 95%. Again, this word, what they want to say, what they are saying now. What they want to say, what they are saying now. Right? How can you change the word? How can you change the context?
Error.
Yeah, guys, I'm just helping you.
Yeah, sure,
I'm
sir.
really thankful to you that you are allowing me to talk. Huh? I'm not here.
No, sir, we are thankful to you.
Cannot be expected from you better than that. You are doing a good job.
Thank you.
My job is to implement this, right?
Right.
So this words, if you read the second one again, second one comes little more subjective, right?
Error-free documentation of inventory.
Of inventory reporting operation or execution team weekly for analysis and assessment. Error-free or zero error, it's okay. But how it's contextually not coming clear. For example, inventory accuracy. 100% availability of material, 100% in time.
Yes.
100% material availability, 100% in time. Not excess, not unnecessary material. Right?
No short supply, no excess.
No shortage, no excess.
Right.
Or if you are really good, you can go see. One thing is you are getting, one thing is getting technique, the other thing is how much subject knowledge more. If I have to put it here, what is ABC? What is BET? What is ABC? What is BET? You guys. What is ABC and all? When you talk about inventory, that is why you have to think. Just not get only the technique, but the more subject. What is ABC? ABC is, suppose you have 100 items, which is equivalent to 10 lakh. Okay. Maybe the 2 items, which can take up 7 lakh. Are you getting my point? ABC is 100 items in the inventory, which is equivalent to 10 lakh. If I say ABC analysis, in the A item is only out of 100, I said 100, right?
Yes, yes.
Maybe 10 item is going to cost 6 lakhs. Maximum few items is going to cost more. So I will capture that ABC item will be just in time maintained. 100% ABC item will be just in time because there's a lot of money involved. C item, even if I carry more, it may not make good. So I'll ensure that A item, you got ABC clear, right? A item is 100% kept as per the requirement, not more, not less. Which I'm not saying that your approach is correct, but subject wise you can go better.
Yes.
That is ABC. What is BET? You understood ABC, right?
Yes.
What is BET? What is full form of BET? Vital, essential, desire. You guys see. Vital, essential, desire. Vital means maybe some bearing parts for a turbine, which you will not even use for 5 years. Like whenever I will happen to CEO, first thing I always go to the store and use. I will go and say anything which has not moved 3 months, sell it. Make money for money. That kind of order will become long. Some of the bearings which has not even moved for 5 years. But if the damn thing is needed, your plant will be closed for 5 days. That has to be imported, customized, and done it. So the vital items have to be maintained 100%. The desirable item need not be maintained. Like once I took a charge of one big sugar complex, the off-season, the engineering team and the come and given me inventory off-season repair and maintenance budget for 2 crores. I'm talking about 15 years back. All big heads, tell by the technical people and all. I called this junior, 50 chiefs, in a joint meeting. I said, that's this guy is home, all the seniors. You guys bring down the budget by from 2 crores from by 50 lakhs. He said, no, it's not possible. In fact, you will get close on this and that all the thing. I went by bet. All the desirable item, if the factory was in Punjab, somewhere near Patiala. Ludhiana was there, Delhi was there. I said, desirable item, don't keep any in it. It can be picked up in 2 hours. You don't have to keep all in inventory and you are blocking your money and blocking the whole. So if you know that kind of technique, but at the same time, bet may not even go. But still, I cannot say that I want to save the money. And so, I mean, I'm just going to the subject, not in the KP. What I will say that bet will be 100% maintained. Desirable will be maintained only to the tune of 10%. Essential will be maintained to the tune of 40%. Am I right, sir?
Yes, sir.
So that's what, sir, yeah.
You're segregating it based on the long delivery and critical items.
Vital item.
Vital items.
Item. Desirable items which is available.
Okay.
See, out of the 2 crore rupees they given, the desirable item was coming 70 lakhs.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Things what you mentioned, more falls under inventory manager, the planner who,
See, again, like HR, who is the inventory manager? You guys, suppose I am the inventory manager, purchase guy. You will not allow me to go. Your engineers, or chief engineer, senior chemical manager, you will be report certain that guy. You don't keep. Yeah, hello. In fact, even the COs, only like Unda CO like me can do that kind of job. Other COs will also be upright. They will say, oh my God, not with the over. I remember that guy that was Sharma, so the chief minister. Not with the I went to the next. Then I also told it openly, you are on site. All the 20 chief engineers that time was nearly even 50 years experience. I said, you guys work as the board. Then they got that guy started asking them. I given the reason. Desirable item. I was in same place now, but yeah, I say suppose I will find. Hyderabad is how far? Mysore is how far? Or Chamarajpet is how far? Why I have to keep the desirable item of 60 lakh in the code?
You can just pick whenever you want.
Pick one of them. And on the top of it, that time 15 years back, we had our own aircrafts. Even Delhi, I can fly to one of them, pick up and come back another. We had that luxury. So I said, we have an aircraft, what is the problem? You won't pick up and come back. So that's how we introduced it. So now the point I'm trying to tell you that so far you guys understood the techniques of fixing KPI. Has to be number. These guys have done very well. Even the subject also, these guys have done very well. But they don't know I'm a devil standing here. There is so much. Right? You're telling inside now. She's telling so.
No, but here you have
So as far as the purpose of the presentation is concerned, there is an experience. I'm going to give a full. They understood the methodology, they did the approach very well, they did maximum very well, which any other person from talent. I am pushing them more, because in the process you also need some more subject. That's not my but you pick up what. Correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Go ahead.
The third is help the organization in reducing the inventory turnaround time by suggesting minimum 4 measures to implement and reduce the inventory turnaround by 20%.
So here,
And here they give us the time 20% 4 measures and the value also fully linked. Here there is no count, I don't know to explain. Okay, next.
Transportation cost reduction.
Hello, guys. Whoever is talking, come and make a presentation. You want to make a presentation for us last time? Okay, thank you. All the best.
before that we have to submit as well.
Which is the last day? Hello, guys.
Date extension may
Good. Okay. Each individual can upload it. Okay. Don't say team will somebody will upload it. There will be no space for me to give one in the software. When I open the software after the name, it will not show your name. Getting it now? So to complete the procedure part of it, wherever I am traveling, I give you one. Right? KREKB is clear or not clear?
Sir, our group name is 2, sir.
Huh?
Group name 2, second group.
So that, right, now okay. Now this guy is going to be the coordinator between you and me. Okay? Group number 2,
Yes, sir.
take the marks, give it to me. Yes. How many marks you can give?
29.5.
29.5. Hey, 30 then. 30, yeah. Yes, sir.
The top mark is 30.
सर आप बेल करो अप्लाई कर रहे हो सर बेल करो अप्लाई कर रहे हो
26, how many marks you should get?
सर ये लोग क्या डिसाइड करेंगे सर हमारे मार्क्स We should get 30 sir actually, but still you said 26 is the highest. We'll compromise it.
Okay, all discussion.
26 is the highest, sir.
I'm not accepting. Mark is given 25, not now. Get lost.
We are yet to see other pages, sir.
Yes, sir. The third is transportation cost reduction. This is more connected into profitability of the company.
Okay.
Reduction of transportation cost minimum by 30%. This we
Warehouse capacity places in company. We just see whether it is the objective. Space by 20%. Minimum utilization to 80%. Maintaining 15%. Okay. What is 4.3? Available warehouse capacity. Requirements by innovative stocking. This is little vague.
this is not, this doesn't talk about
This is
number.
not KPI. So not 4.3 is not a KPI. Okay, 4.1 or 2 is next, safety.
Zero accidents policy by 100% adherence to safety norms and standard operating procedures. No deviation from the norms or standards is allowed.
In here, for example, 0% accident or zero accident is good. But how the logistic manager can do this?
He has to follow the
safety
standards, follow the SOPs given. We cannot simply go start dispatching on his whims and fancies. There are procedures that has to be followed so that maximum accident will be avoided just by following the procedure.
Awareness is SOP to avoid zero accident, right?
Yes,
That's what you're saying. 100% awareness to SOP to avoid to have zero accident.
yes.
Okay, next.
Training of logistics teams on workplace safety.
We can issue some other.
Yes, sir. Next, watchman.
Next one, let's see.
Sir, we just wanted to tell you the weightage also we are given based on the dimensions.
Okay,
And then
balance score.
this is balance scorecard.
Oh, you see this one, how its balance scorecard is compared. Transportation cost reduction is 50, right, finance. Customer achievement is 100% timely delivery and invoicing, yes. Internal process is correct. Workshop safety, yeah, I totally agree with you. So they understood balance scorecard, they understood weightage, they understood technically carrying. Actually, twice a lot of courses. I mean, you cannot expect them to have a subject to become, but technically from HR point of view, the process, the better they prove they know. Go back.
Here it is only rating of KPIs.
Right? I mean, you are giving you very high weightage for finance, which is organization, as per the organization goes.
No, even on-time delivery also contributes to your profitability.
We cannot have one objective more than 50 or 60%. We have to split it into different categories.
Trying to say, there's little weightage, though you attempted very well, still there's little more microscopic scope to relook at the weightage with the
Percentage.
balance scope. What do you think? See, technically they attempted. You are going like me more depth into how it is, whether the weightage and balance scorecard is done very well or just apparently done. You've done it apparently.
Start your starting also from customer dimension. But I think you can start from financial level.
So you started from finance, right?
Finance, we start, that is, everything depends on.
In the weightage. Okay, he is giving you another key. When you write here, if you also try to put it in finance first, the marketing first, it looks like.
So you want us to maintain, you are suggesting to maintain the same order.
No. Actually, it doesn't work like that. So you have to link which objective falls under which category. For example, See here, if you see on-time delivery, inventory accuracy, transportation cost. For example, on-time delivery and inventory accuracy with money return. I mean, working on it. Okay, what is that?
Ultimately, everything is contributing to profitability.
Yes.
How much it contributes that matters. Your on-time delivery, not only customer oriented, it also contributes.
In a on-time delivery, yes.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me whether all of you want to send it to video and go through a presentation next class, or next class you want to make a presentation and learn.
Sir, presentation.
IT market would be. But if you do it the next class, one full class in our part, you probably learn much more. Not only the technique and process methodology, the subject also. If there are 30, 40 positions, for all positions you are going to learn something or other. The learning will be very good. Again, the choice is to you. Make a video presentation and give you damn marks here on the external course. Or you make a presentation in the class, which we all seriously discuss and learn, relearn. You go for the second one. So the second class, all of you come prepared for
Presentation.
presentation.
Should be present again.
And you will not get less than 20. You will not get more than 8. Okay, now we have time to go through one more. I know.
They're not interconnected. No? Like the
Should
way-
be present again.
Sir, our presentation is over or should we present again? We will modify this.
Understood what is my essence. It is not your presentation for you. It is your presentation for me. And then we go back to. Not in the okay.
In fine tune it and then.
Fine. You don't, you made a very good attempt.
Sir, can we re-upload?
Sir, reload, no problem.
We can delete and re-upload.
Up to 8 you will be allowed. After the 8 you will allow. Sir.
What's the next?
On-time delivery is finance. Obviously, deliver
हम डिस्कस करेंगे खत्म करेंगे तो जो बोलिए समझ में आ गया मुझे करने के साथ कर दिया इधर कौन से क्या बोले
ऑलरेडी तुम ऑन टाइम दे रहे हो तो everything is money. Money is not everything. तुम बोल रहे हो कितना टाइम सब शेयरिंग getting recorded as well.
Online guys, can you hear us?
Yes, but we can't understand anything, whatever you are saying, we don't understand.
Yeah, Fozia,
Yeah, Kiran,
was over.
I don't know what Sari is saying about presentation and all.
No, the class is almost over. Please wait.
Hello. We are closing the Am I audible online student?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Class, do you want to like the
Sir,
way
it's echoing, sir.
Very echo, sir.
So like we are 10 members in a group. So do we need to so we will be making 5 KRA KPIs. So
even
how are we going to? Huh.
one or two of
Yes,
you,
sir.
even one or two presentation you will make, all of us will learn from that one. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, not that every member has to make a presentation. Again, I told you many times, I am not here to control you, monitor you, how you are presenting, all of you are presenting or not. I am trying to see whether you understood the KRAKP technical preparation. Two, have you understood the subject? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So do we need to record it since we are taking online classes? So do we need to record our presentation and then send it?
If you are not making presentation, then send a recording. If you are making a presentation, I don't need a recording.
Okay, sir. We will
Okay.
just create
So whosoever
presentation
is
and upload.
present in the class of in our group, he can make.
Okay, they can. Don't.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
1 second. So we are closing. You can close
Thank
it.
you, sir.
Closing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.